Downtown Port of Spain, Patrick Street.
Where?
Downtown Port of Spain, Patrick Street. Hi everyone! In this video I'm going to be telling you all about my experience that I had when I went to the Metropolitan of Art Museum. It's on it's on 5th Avenue and 82nd Street. It was for the Alexander McQueen Savage Beauty exhibition, and I was really excited to go. Like, I was like, it was like Christmas for me. I was like so excited, and it was the last day. Sunday was the last day. I think it was from May to Sunday. Yeah, it was from May to Sunday, but I only knew about it last week, and I was like, it's the last day and I definitely have to go. I'm getting dressed and all that, and I'm putting on my sunblock, I'm putting on my most comfortable shoes, because I know that this line is going to be really long. So I just want to be prepared, stand in the hot sun. I carried my umbrella and everything in case it rained. So I was really prepared. On reaching there, by the way, I went with my cousin Shanice. Hi Shanice! Who just sent me the pictures of his creations. And you're not supposed to take pictures, you're not supposed to take videos, but I could not help it. I mean, you could see, like, when we were there, you could see like people like sliding out their phones and cameras and whatever, because it's really hard not to take pictures of all the stuff. I mean, it was so gorgeous. But anyway, so on reaching there, we see this long line. So as you can see from that clip, that line was ridiculously long. It was the longest line that I've ever been in my entire life. It was probably 20 times the length of the line at Shake Shack. And you know Shake Shack's line are really long. We are almost there. How long has it been, Shanice?
2 hours.
Oh my god, no. 2 hours? And that is the line still. That little crowd that you'll see there. It's like 4 rows of a line. Yep. So we enter the museum, and I'm like, yes, we're finally here. So we go to the admissions box to pay and all of that. And we're walking around the museum because at this point we don't know where to go. No one is directing us, like, you know, like, this is the Alexander McQueen line. There was none of that. So we were just like walking around like, oh my god, like, where should we go? We literally walked around for like 1 minute. So then we asked one of the workers, you know, where is the Alexander McQueen exhibit? Where are we supposed to go? And she said, you need to go back to the main hall. So we're like hustling back to the main hall, because I'm like, okay, if the line is really long, like outside, I could imagine how long this line is inside. There was this sign that said, waiting time is another 3 hours. At this point, I am like, oh my god. Line for probably 4 hours now, and we are almost there. And this is, I guess, we have to go through to the right. But this is all the other people that are waiting in line. All across there, and downstairs too. But thank God we are in front of them. After standing in the line, for a total of I think it was probably 4 hours, probably 4.5 hours. So after standing in that line for like so long, we were finally in. Finally in. In each room, there was a different setting, different lighting. So you walk in, sorry, you walk in, and then there's this red dress. It's covered from head to toe, literally covered from head to toe, and it was made of chips of I think it was glass, like it was rectangular chips of glass were at the top half of the dress, and then the bottom half was gorgeous big red not flowers, but I think it was going from red to like a deep mauve, like a deep purple color. Then the dress next to that, it was made out of clams, yes, clams. These tiny clams. Dress looked like it weighed probably 100 pounds. It looked so heavy. The second room that we entered, it was just made up of like different blazers and pants. There was one blazer in particular, one jacket in particular that caught my eye, and this one, I think that it was Jesus on the cross at the back of it. It was this really gorgeous piece. I think it was made out of ostrich feather. The whole dress was made out of ostrich feathers. It's black. I have a picture of it that I'll post on my Facebook page. I'm posting all the pictures that I have on my Facebook page of the museum and the stuff inside and all of that. So make sure you go to my Facebook page and check them out. We walk into this really dark room. Like the whole scene and setting was very dark and gothic-like, and I felt as though that I was in his head, like I was in his dream. So we stepped into this really dark room, and you can hear like stuff howling, and it sounds like if the wind is blowing. So it had like really nice sound effects and all of that. The lighting was amazing. And in this room, there were like a bunch of headpieces and dresses and all that. There was this headpiece that was made out of butterflies. That was so pretty. Then there was this other metal one. It was like really weird. Like some of this stuff like creeped me out, I won't lie, but some of this stuff was so gorgeous. The third room, there was this giant screen. Okay, first of all, the dresses were like in a cube, in a room, and then there was a screen to the back of it. And on that screen, there was this video that was playing, and it was a naked woman lying in a cube, and I think there were leaves and butterflies fluttering around her, and she was wearing this mask with this tube. I don't know if she was underwater, because I don't know why she was wearing this tube, because obviously she needed it to breathe. But it was a really interesting video. At the end of the video, it kind of like had a sunset where it was like day and it was drastically going into darkness, and when it went into darkness you could see nothing, just black. You couldn't see the dresses and you couldn't see, well, the video ended obviously, but it was just really dark. The other room that we went in, it reminded me of medieval times where you had kings and queens. There was a lot of red and gold involved. There was this hologram, and I've never seen a hologram in person before. And I'm walking by and I see everybody like this against the glass, and I'm like, what are they looking at? So obviously I need to find out, I need to investigate what is going on. So I'm there looking through the window, and I see like this pyramid, and then there's this hologram, and in the hologram is a video of this lady with this beautiful dress, and it just has like a lot of layers, and the wind is blowing, so it has that effect, and she's swirling around, and it just looks as if she's underwater, and the currents and underwater, like it looks like she's just swirling, and the fabric and everything just looks so pretty. I've never seen anything like that before, and I thought that was really, really nice. The last room that we went to, we had to like walk down this hallway, and then there were these dresses behind the glass. One of them was this beautiful flower and silk dress. I think they were real flowers. Like you could see them like withered at the bottom. You can see the flowers withered at the bottom. So it was real flowers. And the last room, I think that was from his collection after he died, where you see the Gaga shoes. I call them the Jetsons shoes because it looks like something. It's really futuristic. There was some really interesting pieces. Like those mannequins in particular kind of took me out too, because they have like these kind of horn things up like that. These literally like that. And you'll see a picture of it too. But those shoes were amazing. There was this one, this particular dress. I think it was a dress, leggings, and shoes were all one color. You see a picture of it. It's really, really nice. And at the end of the exhibit, they had like a bunch of books on sale and a lot of stuff of Alexander on sale too. I didn't really get anything because at that point, I was really, really tired. Like I felt like I wanted to die because I ate nothing that day. I drank nothing that day. So I was in line for like over 4 hours. So at the end of it all, I just wanted to get something to eat and take a bath and sleep. Now walking outside, it still had a line, and there were 2 lines, and that was 9 o'clock. We came out at 9 o'clock. We entered at 4. No, well, entered the line at 4. We came out at 9 o'clock. So at 9 o'clock at night, there was still this ridiculously long line. But I think on the last day it closed at midnight. So if you weren't available during the day, you could have still gone down in the night until 12 o'clock to see all of this stuff. I was like, wow, I can't believe that I'm actually here seeing all of these things up close. Like they're like 1 feet away from me. It was such an incredible experience to be there, and I really wish that people that didn't get the chance to go to the museum to see the exhibition, I really wish that they were there to experience what I did, because it was truly amazing.